During this lesson, we'll be reviewing the dot rule and learning about the dotted quarter note. First, let's quickly review the dot rule that we learned in Rhythmic Reading Level 1. The dot adds half of the value of the note back to the note. We learned about how this works with a half note. The half note is worth 2 beats, so the dot is worth 1. 2 plus 1 equals 3. A dotted half note is worth 3 beats. Now we're going to apply the dot rule to the quarter note. It still works the same way. It adds half of the value of the note back to the note. But now the math will be a little different. A quarter note is worth 1 beat, so this time a dot is worth a half a beat. When you add that together, a dotted quarter note is worth 1.5 beats. Let's look at it closer. Here are 4 eighth notes. We know that 2 eighth notes equal 1 quarter note. We can see how they line up in time here. So in the example here, if we were to put a dot next to that quarter note, we'd need it to last half of the next beat. The first eighth note in that second beat is the first half. This is how it would line up with 4 eighth notes. The dotted quarter note lasts for the first 3 eighth notes. It lasts through the first part of that second beat. The last half of beat 2 is a simple single eighth note. In previous lessons, we've only looked at pairs of eighth notes, but now you'll be seeing single eighth notes. They're worth the same value, they just aren't connected with the beam. So let's count and clap a few examples here. Here's the dotted quarter note and it falls on beat 1. It helps to count those eighth notes inside the dotted quarter. 1, 2, here I go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Here's another one. This one ends with a half note. 1, 2, here I go. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. This time the dotted quarter note lands on beat 2 and there are only 3 beats in the measure. 1, 2, go. 1, 2 and 3 and. Listen to that one more time. 1, 2, go. 1, 2 and 3 and. Dotted quarter note lasts for a beat and a half. So now let's do some exercises with singers. Here's the first one. What's the time signature? Where are the rests? Notice the 4 beamed eighth notes in measure 5. They're still eighth notes. And remember to hold the number through longer notes, but still count in your head. Clap it once by yourself and then try it with the singers.
One, 4 and 1 and 3, 1, 4 and 1 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 3 and 1.
Here's the last exercise. What's the time signature? Do you see any rests? Clap it out once by yourself and then try it with the singers.
1 and 3, 1 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 3 and 1 and 3, 1, 1 and 2.
This concludes this lesson. In Sight Singing Level 4, we'll learn about dynamics, simple repeat signs, and leaps.